Hi there, I'm Denise Richardson for Howdini. You know, the holidays are very stressful, especially if you're hooking up with the in-laws or the future in-laws. We're going to talk about that now with a relationship therapist, Rachel Sussman. Tell us why it's so stressful to meet for the first time during the holidays or to get together during the holidays.
Well, if you're meeting your potential or future in-laws or your boyfriend or girlfriend's parents for the first time, oftentimes it does happen over the holidays because families get together even when they live very far apart. And that's a cause of anxiety and stress for a lot of people. I mean, think about it. For many of us, seeing our families alone is difficult, and then you're bringing a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a future husband and wife into the picture. That really could be a cause of a lot of tension and stress.
You know what's amusing about that? I guess I've seen it in the movies, and it happens in so many people's homes. The family members are at each other, and then Harold, the new guy, is sitting at the table, and it's so uncomfortable.
Absolutely, and Harold is thinking, what did I just get myself into? And Harold's girlfriend is thinking, oh my God, Harold might not like my parents might not like him, maybe this is doomed to fail, we shouldn't be together.
So what do you do to alleviate those kinds of problems in that kind of a social setting with so many people involved?
Well, I think when you're meeting your boyfriend's or your fiance's parents for the first time, good communication is really important. The couple should sit down and explain to your partner what kind of family you're like, what mom and dad is like, what the traditional Christmas or Hanukkah dinner is going to be like. Really, set the table for them. Tell them what it's all going to look like and be like. So that in and of itself will make the person calm down a little bit.
You know something, if you get that invitation to dinner to meet the family, you think, oh, I guess he really likes me. He's introducing me to the family. I guess we're moving ahead.
And that's why there's even more stress and tension, because you think that's coming, and you really want his parents and his brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and grandparents to love you.
Yeah, but what if he's just the kind of guy that brings a nice girl home to dinner and
every time a different one? Well, that there are definitely people like that who are gluttons for punishment, that's for sure. But I think the most important thing is that the couple looks at themselves as a unit. And when they go in and you're introducing your partner around, don't set them up to fail. Tell them about the family, tell them about the personalities involved, give them a glowing introduction, check up on them from time to time. Don't hang them out to dry. Make sure they're going to be okay.
Your own behavior, even though someone can set the stage for you, you may be someone who's uncomfortable within yourself.
Or a shy person.
Or a shy person. So how do you overcome that in a strange setting?
Well, something you can do, which might sound a little silly, but you can role play with a friend. You can say, you can talk to a friend, have you ever done something like this before? What's it like? How can I feel more comfortable? You can talk to your partner. You could say, I'm a shy person, I have social anxiety, please be sure, to stick with me, not leave me alone.
What happens if the relationship meeting doesn't go well?
That could be a little bit problematic, and one of the reasons we're so nervous when we're meeting our potential in-laws is because we think if it doesn't go well, will this person not love us anymore or not want to marry us anymore, But sometimes it doesn't go well. I had a couple I worked with recently, and it wasn't a good situation at all. The potential father-in-law happened to be a very argumentative, always has to be right sort of a guy, and the future daughter-in-law is sort of an argumentative, always has to be right sort of a gal, and they really clashed. So in a situation like that, the guy should have said to his girlfriend, let me warn you about my dad. He's the king of the castle, he always has to be right, and he really expects that we let him be right. You might have to dial down your personality a little bit for this one holiday event.
I like that expression, dial down. Briefly, 2 things that a person needs to do. You're taking someone home for the holidays and you want to introduce them, what do they do?
You need to speak to your partner, tell them about the setting, tell them what your family is like, warn them what they're walking into, and ease them into the situation. That's the most important thing. And for the person who's meeting the family for the first time, you have to have confidence, you have to have charming, you have to play the social setting well, you've got to gauge people's personalities, be helpful, help clear the table, be charming.
Rachel Sussman, thank you very much. There are a lot of people who are going to feel a lot better because of your advice.
I hope so. Thanks, Denise.
I'm Denise Richardson for Howdini.